From how he feels about the cast and fans, to his displeasure with early season's intimate scenes, this is how Sam Heughan really feels about Outlander. Sam Heughan has starred as Jamie Fraser on Outlander since the Starz show began in 2014. Though he acted prior to being cast in this historical romance TV show, Outlander was definitely Heughan's first big break. And he's been considered a heartthrob ever since. Though fans may love Heughan as Jamie Fraser, and they may love the show as a whole, what does Heughan think about Outlander? How does he really feel? Well, that's a bit complicated. First of all, it goes without saying that Heughan loves the show, and especially loves the connection that he's built with Outlander fans over the seasons. Just by scrolling through his social media posts, you can see how dedicated he is when it comes to connecting with fans online. He also often posts his own excitement about upcoming episodes and seasons of Outlander, as well as behind-the-scenes photos of him and others on set. It's clear he enjoys his job and how he can connect with Outlander fans easily through his social media platforms. But he's not just appreciative of his fans, he's also appreciative of the cast and crew he works with. Heughan has time and time again opened up about how well everyone gets along on set, which really is a blessing because I think we all know those TV shows that feature actors that absolutely hate each other in real life. Luckily, that doesn't seem to be a problem here. While Heughan and his leading lady, Katrina Balfe, have long had a great friendship, Heughan has also revealed that everyone, from cast to crew, is close. They're like a family. When talking about their relationships, he said, "We are a big family and we have been working together now for 8 years. And it's just made us so close. And I don't think you would be able to shoot this kind of show without having a very close relationship." All you have to do is scroll through Heughan's social media or any other Outlander cast member's social media to see how well everyone gets along while filming. When it was announced that Season 8 of Outlander would be its last, Heughan also opened up about how the cast and crew were taking the news. He revealed that as they wrapped up Season 7, they all began to realize that they would only get to return to film one more season and then be done with the show. A bittersweet feeling at the very least. Heughan said, "The end of this Season 7, suddenly you could feel it on set. Everyone was starting to go, 'Oh, actually, we're going to come back and do this one more time, and that's it.' Everyone was getting pretty emotional about it. I think it's going to be a huge change in our lives and also really sad to say goodbye to this amazing journey. It's also important to remember that so many of the cast and crew have stayed the same throughout all 8 seasons of the show. While some cast members have come and gone, as some characters were killed off, a lot of the crew has remained. Even though the show's storyline moved from Scotland to North America in later seasons, the filming of Outlander didn't change. Filming stayed in Scotland, and the regular crew were able to stay as a result. This means that Heughan and the cast have worked with much of the same crew, for the most part, for 8 long seasons. As it takes quite a big chunk of the year for Outlander to film one whole season, the cast and crew have gotten to know each other so well, which makes the ending of the show that much more bittersweet for everybody involved with the show. Though Heughan loves his cast and crew and his fan, sometimes fans have crossed the line, and Heughan has felt the need to call out some Outlander diehards. Recently, in 2020, Heughan felt the need to post on social media some of the outrageous online abuse and bullying he'd been the victim of since becoming Jamie Fraser on Outlander. He revealed that some fans had become vile and abusive towards him online. He said that this small part of the Outlander fan base has bullied him and accused him of manipulating fans, being a closet homosexual, trying to mislead or extort fans for money, and disregarding coronavirus advice. Heughan's fellow co-stars rallied around his defense after he posted this, as did Outlander author Diana Gabaldon. Gabaldon said, "I don't know what possesses some people, but the bottom line is Sam's private life is exactly that. Nothing he does is anyone's business." Katrina Balfe also responded online after Heughan went public with what he'd been dealing with, and also called out the small group of fans who were responsible for being rude. She said, "Sad that Sam has had to come out and say all this. I would have thought mean behavior would have been left in the schoolyard, but Unfortunately, a very small but very vocal part of this fandom use their energy to write and say awful, untrue things. Maybe they should harness all that energy to get involved in their local charities. And honestly, it's quite simple. If you don't like us, it's a big, beautiful world out there. Find something you do love and enjoy that. Life, as it's all too clear right now, is short. Why waste it hating? But even though Heughan has dealt with some rather cruel fans, he knows, just as Balf does, that these fans don't encompass every single Outlander fan. Though Heughan clearly loves playing Jamie Fraser on Outlander, and as he knows the show has given him his big break and the opportunity to act in bigger projects. Heughan has sometimes been critical about the show and how it has been run in the past. Possibly most damning? Heughan came out recently and blasted the creative team of the show, revealing that he felt uncomfortable with the full frontal nudity scene he was required to film during Season 1's brutal finale, in which his character, Jamie, is tortured by Blackjack Randall. These Season 1 scenes are incredibly brutal and difficult to watch, so much so that many fans were turned off of the show and never watched it again. According to Heughan, at the time, he went to the creative team and told them that he didn't think this level of nudity was beneficial to a violent scene. But they disagreed, and Heughan felt betrayed by them after this, and he felt as if he didn't fully trust them. When describing his feelings, he said, "This wasn't a moment where I felt that being naked would add to the horror of what Jamie undergoes in that castle dungeon as a form of punishment, subjugation, and humiliation. We don't need to see the horror to imagine what the characters go through. Imagination is way more powerful." I pushed back, reasoning that nudity sexualized a horrific experience for my character, and it sparked quite a debate. Creative conversations are a feature of all productions. Good art is made by questioning the truth, and we all want to get it right. Eventually, the creative team did compromise with Heughan on this. But enough betrayal occurred that he felt uncomfortable. Heughan has also talked about filming steamy and intimate scenes in general, and how they're really not as fun as people may think they are. They're not sexy. Instead, they're awkward and embarrassing. Heughan also opened up about how he didn't really feel supported by the show when filming these scenes back when they all first started. He said, "We were making a new show, and I think we were in a different environment. People were expecting more out of the show. They wanted to see more. I think now, maybe less is more." These feelings led Heughan to push the show to hire an intimacy coordinator in later seasons, which they did to his delight. As Heughan knows that the relationship between Claire and Jamie is a special thing that fans want to see, he thought hiring an intimacy coordinator would better help everyone tell their story in a passionate way. He said, "It's been fantastic having her on board, not only to help facilitate those scenes, which can be kind of awkward and maybe even difficult, but actually she's really helped to explore the relationship and how do we take the audience on a journey and let them feel that they're getting a glimpse into a really intimate moment." Even though Heughan has had his fair share of issues with Outlander filming in the past, he still remains committed to the show and fans, and has gone out of his way to try to better the show when possible. So, from disliking filming early season's intimate scenes that resulted in hiring an intimacy coordinator, to how he loves the show's fans and cast, this was how Sam Heughan really feels about Outlander.